of the questions we're getting asked the most, like what is the best variety? Let's see. This, for example, is Enterprise. Nice tasting apple. We start harvesting these ones probably in about 2 months. They still get quite big. But I want to tell every farmer that there is not the best variety. Yeah. You remember we have the early maturing varieties and the late maturing varieties. Yeah. And they are a bit different in terms of when do you start harvesting, in terms of cash flow wise, in terms of shelf life wise, in terms of climate resilience wise. Yeah? So the early maturing varieties, they have the advantage that you already start harvesting early, year 1, year 2, year 3. Yeah? The late maturing varieties like this Enterprise, you start harvesting in year 3, year 4. So many small scale farmers, they actually want to go for the early maturing variety.
Yeah.
Yes. But the early maturing varieties, they have another advantage, but I call it a disadvantage as well. The advantage is they're more climate resilient. If a customer from Dodoma, if a customer from Lusaka, or someone from Nigeria around Abuja wants to buy apple trees, we only give them the early maturing varieties. Yeah? The late maturing varieties, they need cold. Yeah, they need proper cold. So this variety Enterprise, so for example, we are not selling below an altitude of 1,700, 1,800 meter. Yeah, some others we might sell on 1,400, 1,500 meters altitude, but not below.
Not below, okay.
Yeah.
So the late maturing is for Iringa and Jombe. And
So I can give you an example, but one thing I have to mention to every farmer, because we are getting from Lagos, Nigeria to Mombasa, Kenya to Lusaka to wherever, warmer, hotter climates. And yes, you can grow apples there, but the early maturing varieties, they have the disadvantage, they're a very short shelf life. Like when you harvest the apple, nice, tasty, good crunch, but after 2, 3, 4 weeks, they're losing the crunch. Yeah, they're losing the crunch. You can still, for processing, juice, cider, snacks, all fine. But in terms of trading, they have a disadvantage. The late maturing varieties, these ones, if you keep these ones in the cold room, or in the fridge, after 3 months, you take the apple out of the fridge, crunch.
It's the same as.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And see, you have to, when someone is contacting us now from Mombasa, from Lagos, from Accra, or wherever, he will say, I want to grow apples. You have to always, what I want to mention to every farmer, you have to benchmark your investment. You have to compare, what if you would buy apple trees, plant apple trees? What if you would buy real estate? What if you would plant mango, papaya, whatever? Right? And we at Tamu Tamu, Tanzania, do just not recommend commercial apple farming below 1,000 meter altitude.
Okay.
Whoever is telling you can grow apples successfully, it's just you need a certain cold temperature for apples.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So for example, I can give you an example. Someone from Lusaka in Zambia bought apple trees, which is on like 1,200 meters. We told him we can only guarantee you success of the early maturing varieties, but he took 90% early maturing varieties and 10% the late maturing varieties because he still wanted to try. He still wanted to try.
Okay.
Someone from Arusha in Tanzania, which was about 1,600 meters altitude, we gave him, I think, 60% early maturing varieties and 40% late maturing varieties, and a mixture designed to their farm. Someone from Eldoret in Kenya, which is 2,000 meters, like really cold. Yeah? We gave her almost the majority late maturing varieties, but she wanted to have, I think, 15-20% as well early maturing varieties, because see, it's nice if you already have in like October, November, December already a bit of kidogo, small cash flow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now we have heard of the late maturing variety, and the early maturing variety. So, in advising farmer, can a farmer with 1 acre plant both early and late at the same place?
Very much.
very much.
Yeah, very much. And I recommend to take farmers different varieties because you want to spread your harvest. You want to spread your income, that you have a harvest a different month. Yeah, but something that we want to emphasize to everyone, we have our early maturing varieties and the late maturing varieties, we have them in different fields. Because the early maturing varieties, we start irrigating 1 month before the late maturing ones.
Okay, that's the difference.
Yeah, if you have 50 trees, it's something else irrigating, then you irrigate 50,000 trees, right? So you have to, small money makes the difference.
Okay, thank you, David.
You're welcome.